Hey everybody, replay viewers, glad to have you here for today's Tuesday Mind Stream. Today's going to be a little different. I don't have a hard and fast thing. I have a few different things that I want to just share, some things on my mind that hopefully will benefit you as well. The whole point of sharing this is sharing information that is going to benefit you as well. I do have an appointment coming shortly, so if I have to end this quickly, I apologize. My appointment will be here and I'll have to end it. But before I get started, just let me say hello, Valerie Pugsley, Inspired Strategic Solutions. I'm a relationship marketing strategist and a mindset coach. So I can help you with either of those areas and maybe some other stuff as well. I'm very good at connecting the pieces so that you can maximize your efforts. So one of the things I want to share with you today is something that I was struggling with. I came home after I had done some things this morning. And my husband was asking, how the day went. And I said, well, I feel like I've gotten nothing done because things took a while and some other things happened. But the reality is I had, and he pointed out, well, you led a networking meeting. You went and visited your mom, which was one of your goals. You got some shopping done. You got some gas done. And there were a couple of other things as well. So when I was thinking I had gotten nothing done, I was thinking of a different list of things. And yet I thought that I hadn't gotten anything done. So our perspective sometimes can be skewed, and it's good to have another party to be able to look at that for us and point out things that we may be missing. So thank you to my husband if he is out there watching this after the fact. It's helpful. And that's something that also is what Mastermind is good for, or having a coach. They can help you with those kinds of things as well. Another thing that I want to share, actually I have two. Actually, one was something that last week, this isn't on my notes here, but I'm going to throw it in. Hopefully I have time. I was at a conference or an event, and we had a breakout session in the middle, and the person who was leading it took each business, and we said, what our problem was or what we were struggling with. And he took that problem, and he said, what's the constraint that you have? And he wrote that down, and he called that due north. And I thought that was really good because it's easy for us to get so overwhelmed in all the options and all the possibilities, especially if you're an ideas person or you're a creative person. But if you look at what's that main constraint and focus on that, and what's the best possible path or the best thing to take care of that one constraint and focus on that, then you come back and address the other things later. It just was really kind of eye-opening for me, just seeing how he was solving that, solving the issues and helping us to stay focused with that due north point that he called it. So figuring out what that what one constraint is that you have, and making that your due north. And I would love to help you if I can with anything. So if you're watching the replay on this and you have some constraints that you're dealing with in your business, please put them in the comments and I'll try and help you with them. And if I can't, maybe I can find a resource or an article that can help you with that. But it was very helpful. So next thing that I want to address is goals. A lot of times we have trouble accomplishing goals, and there's a lot of reasons that could be. One of the reasons could be that you don't have a strong enough why, a reason for why you're trying to accomplish a goal. It maybe just sounds like a good thing to do, but there's nothing really emotional behind it that's getting you going. That's something that my why worksheet helps with. If that's something you need, let me know. And but another reason, other reasons why we don't get goals done is we're used to disappointing ourselves, and so we don't follow through with them, not having them written down, not having them have a strong enough reason for it. Recently I heard someone said that Tony Robbins calls them impotent goals. So kind of interesting. So I've been doing a 12-week year. This will be my third round, but in January things got off to a little rocky start for us. We're dealing with some family issues. And so I didn't get things written down as quickly. Well, yesterday I got my goals written out because I had an accountability meeting that I was going to be to, so I got it done. Otherwise I might not have gotten it done, but I had that deadline of that meeting. And I did something a little different. So this is a little behind the scenes. So what I did is I actually wrote them out, and I used some pretty colored pens, and I put it in a nice frame. So I don't know if this is the best frame, but it was the quickest one I could find that was kind of nice and pretty, something that I would enjoy looking at. And now I have it setting right here. And the reason why I thought to do that, and I'll let you know how well it works down the line, but the reason that I thought to do that is that by putting it in a pretty frame and making it something pretty, it's almost kind of a way of honoring that goal and giving it another level of importance besides just, like it could have been typed out or written out or something in very professional or generic or whatever. But I think this way it gives it a little bit more dimension, just even in the viewing of it. So that's a little behind the scenes of something that I'm working on, trying out for this particular quarter that I'm working on in my 12-week year. And then the last thing that I want to share is that Valentine's Day is coming up next week. So this is a good time to send something, a little special note to your clients or past clients. I use a tool called Send Out Cards. I don't have it in the description right now, but I'll put it there in a bit. And I've created a campaign. It's just one card. It's what I call, I don't know, I guess you could call it bulletin board marketing. It's a card that has a nice quote on the front and a pretty picture, so that the recipient, if they're the type of person that likes those kinds of motivational things, they'll set it up and they'll be able to see it. So I can be providing them value on an ongoing basis with the card, and also they'll be remembering me because I sent them the card. So if you would like that campaign, just send me your Send Out Cards username and I can share that with you. If you're not a Send Out Cards user, I encourage you to check the link in the description and see if this is something that you would be interested in using. Be happy to help you with that in any way if that's something that you want to do, and then I can send you that campaign, or I'm going to be setting up other campaigns in the future that you might like to use as well, and I'll be happy to share them with you. So that's it for today. I'll have links in the description for using the Send Out Cards tool if you want for Valentine's Day. The other thing that I really would like to have you do is put in the comments, wherever you're watching this, it may be Facebook, maybe YouTube, maybe somewhere else, what constraints are you having in your business right now? What's something that you're trying to accomplish? And what's that main constraint that you're having? Put it in the comments and I'll do my best to help you out. And that's it for this Tuesday's Mind Stream. Valerie Pugsley signing out, your relationship marketing strategist and mindset coach. And I will see you again next week. Bye for now.